So just you know, double clicking on one of the things that you talked about, as you have seen so many iterations of marketing engines coming out, uh, the social selling aspect. What has been your approach to that, using social media as a way to like market? What's your thoughts on that?
So yeah, so from a social element of that, I typically, because in B2B everybody knows like LinkedIn is the, I guess, the hub of really reaching out those professional contacts. And so Arjun, one thing that I do want to bring forth on social selling is a different aspect that I took early 2024 is,
Mm,
we all create these wonderful connections in LinkedIn, but there's times that your LinkedIn database, your like first level, right, is gets pretty large. Like right now, I'm sitting on just about 10,000
right.
followers to my brand, and so I made this huge path forward on reaching out to five contacts every week, setting up some time, even if it's just 15 minutes to get to know who they are and ask those open ended questions about, what are they looking to accomplish this year? What is their vision, long term vision, professionally and personally? And then, kind of a quid pro quo, how can I help and support them? Can I open up
Mm,
my network? Can I make that connection that they need with somebody in my network that would be able to help them get to that next level? So that's been really instrumental. And then the other platform that I've been using a lot is Substack as well as a way of
mm,
expanding your readership because I do put out a lot of content. So, um, but I do have to say that when you look at content, um, the one aspect that I always tell my clients is that at the end of the day, the right video, right, is
mm,
really the rock star, right? So I want to say about 5 years ago, maybe even 7 years ago, I wrote this whole blog article, I think in LinkedIn on the the path forward really needs to be video specific. And
mm,
again, it's really utilizing that video to help, again, if you could get your clients talk, do a panel discussion about how wonderful you are. They're the validators of your brand, and
right.
to bring that forward is a promise. They help validate and your brand promise. And then the other aspect is the whole personal brand, right? Bringing through that
Mm,
thought leadership. What content can you bring forward that your audience doesn't know about, right? Or there's something new that you uncovered, especially with all these wonderful AI tools coming out. Like
mhm.
I'm following a couple of folks that are really putting out some solid content on those AI tools that are wonderful to test and utilize and get acclimated. And then there's other ones that they might be those one hit wonders that just will not flourish through all the competitive lens. Um, but yeah, it's definitely
I
interesting.
really No, I think you made a lot of very interesting points. Just to like recap, is that the idea of not only treating your social network as just connections and followers, but making that personal connections, whether it is in the form of direct messages and having that conversation, it's actually a very, very valid point because yes, it becomes transactional at some point of time. It would rather be a little bit more personal. I love that point that you
Exactly.
made.
Hmm.
And then around your idea of leveraging like Substack and other channels where you are able to um, transform your personal brand into either words or video or any other form of content
Exactly.
that you can actually share with like an
Hmm.
audience. And these are engines that like almost every early stage entrepreneur and founder or like a marketing team of an
Hmm.
organization should be thinking about. And I think it's a very valid
Sure.
point.